Okay, welcome to workshop number 5. And if you're wondering why a workshop, there's several things that have been inspired by student course discussions, and I realized that I just couldn't give these subjects enough explanation within the discussion framework. They needed to have videos, they needed to have a little more instruction. And so in answer to these specific questions and problems that come up, I decided to put together workshops, and we've got a number of different subjects that are not related, but it really helps a lot, and especially when you get into specific design challenges that some students have come up with. So these subjects are not large enough for a course on their own, but the workshop format lets me have various subjects and show every detail of how to handle these things, and I just can't explain that in a simple text message. So by focusing on covering every detail, it's just a lot better way to handle those problems. In this course, we're going to start out with a section on setting ranges for combo boxes. I was asked 3 times in a month about this. We had in the VBA course some filters. There was a multi-filter database where you could select a state, city, and or the name. And this shows you how you can extend that and have a range of dates. You can have not only a range of dates, and a very simple way to do that, but you can, through VBA programming, have a less than and greater than, so up to a certain date or after a certain date. So it's a very simple way to solve this problem. Next, we have option buttons. A student asks, why don't I ever use option buttons? And I like option buttons because they're very quick to indicate what choice you want, but there's a problem with option buttons in that they only save numbers, and I'll show you a way to get around that using just 2 lines of VBA code. Not only that, we'll go over how you can indicate a none option in case you select an option by mistake and you want to go back and correct that. Next up is printing labels and multi-column reports. I've never covered labels, and so I start by going through a typical label, so you can print out 30 customer labels on a single sheet, and then we go through the label wizard again and go over custom labels. But then we go over creating a multiple column report. The labels show you that there is such a thing as a multiple column report, but then we go through making a report without using the label wizard at all. And I show you how there might be some other uses you might not have thought of with multi-column reports, and even how to put headers and footers on those reports. Next is using the database documenter. It's not there's just one lecture, it's not a big subject. But the documenter can be very handy to use, but there's a lot of ways not to use it. The most effective way to use it is what I show you, but then why it's ineffective in a lot of ways, and then how you can print reports with all your table structures. And so it's a tool you'll want to use. Then we get to the design challenge, and I was asked this actually twice. This is an interesting question. If you have selected dates, we did in the VBA course again, a report where the orders by date was done from a date to a date, and I was asked, can you select dates within that range? So what we do is we create a VBA function that totally replaces the just ordering or opening the report based on a query. We create work tables and a select form so you can select the dates, and then we run the entire report from that VBA function. So it's a very good exercise in working with VBA, and will give you a lot of ideas on how you can use VBA to help your databases. So let's get started.